Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, this is what I am going to say. The Last Night Bay Cut will be released, and of course, the Bayfers will return. Why? Well, here's the thing. Walter Amada was out of Paramount's office. He was replaced by another CEO at Paramount, and that CEO is allowing Michael Bay to finish up his full vision. You know, all of his vision for his Bayverse. Here's the thing also, the last night beta, we need to get that. So that way that we could see what Transformers The Last Night was gonna be before the studio had interfered with it. Um, then afterwards we will have to see the Bumblebee Bay cut to see what Bay's version of the Bumblebee film was gonna be like. Then afterwards we will have to see that Transformers World War II film, also the Operation Skyfire film, um, the Transformers Medieval film, a film about Cybertron, a film about Transformers in different eras, different times, throughout history. Um, then afterwards, we would have seen Transformers 6, aka the sequel to The Last Night. Now, I heard that a lot of people want to call that Rise of Unicron, but I'm not gonna call it that because at the end, Rise of Unicron was already a fan-made film, and I rather just not use that name for a fan-made. However, what I would have used instead, just in case for Transformers for the sequel to The Last Night, I would have definitely done, maybe. Now I got so many names for it, but the names I will pick for the sequel to The Last Night are, for one, Transformers. Let me think. Transformers. Wrath of Unicron. Yeah. Um. I would have definitely done that, but if that was too absurd, then maybe Attack on Quintessence. You know, if there was any other name that I would have used, I would have definitely also used, you know, um, Transformers Factions United Task Force is. Now, why these movies? Well, here's the thing. For Transformers Attack on Quintessence would of course show that Quintessa had been working with the Quintessence to manipulate and of course to deceive people. Then later on, the Transformers will have to go in and of course not only defeat Quintessa but also defeat the Quintessence. Then afterwards, we got Factions United Task Forces. Basically, this would be about the Transformers and of course, you know, the factions that they work with and that they will have to be united, you know, together so that they can stop, a bigger threat. I mean, a massive threat to the whole world, you know, which would have been, it would have been them fighting, massive threats and of course threats that were from those other factions. Then of course we will come Wrath of Unicron. This is where the Transformers will have to go ahead and of course, fight off Unicron, you know, basically to try to take him down. You know, and here's the thing, maybe for a film after that, there could be a film called Transformers End of Time. Because originally the sequel to Transformers The Last Time was going to be the End of Time. And it would have had the Transformers, going. It's gonna be kind of like, you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League parts, but in Michael Bay's Transformers universe. The Transformers would have done time travel to maybe bring back the friends that they used to lose, and then afterwards, they will help them out all out, and then afterwards they will go in, try to defeat Unicron. Once they defeat Unicron, they could, put the put bring back the All-Smart that was from the previous Transformers movie, use that as Earth's core, and then afterwards Earth has been restored. Anyways, also for a Transformers crossover movie with G.I. Joe, here's the thing, Michael Bay. If you need anyone for that, hire me. Hire Zack Snyder. Hire David Ayer. Hire Christopher McQuarrie. Because we all need to work together. And here's the thing. Crossovers should be my idea. I mean, should be our idea. Because here's the thing. We all should be united. We should all make our, make our own franchises. Then afterwards, we will have our own franchises crossing over with each other. Then afterwards, we would have been way more united than ever. Basically, me, you Michael Bay, you Zack Snyder, you David Ayer, and you Christopher McQuarrie. Once we have, our versions of the franchises, once we show people our dark, mature, and of course adult visions for them, the stories of them, the lore of them, the characters of them, everything about them, our our franchises will cross over with each other. Then afterwards, we will all be united, so that we would have this epic crossover multiverse continuity of a franchise. Alright? Anyways, this is all I'm gonna say, but now, remember, for Paramount, hashtag release the last night Bay cut, and of course, hashtag restore the Bayverse. Alright, that's all I'm gonna say. Bye.